Hey guys, Riven's hands here. Kinda covered in paint from another project. Still have to pop this thing. Don't worry. Um, Riven, Corey, hands, me, usual, I don't care. And this is an update. Update for the blaster thingamajigger. Right now I am testing a clear coat over, let's see here, what is it called? Clear coat over silver, Rust-Oleum. I'll have a video play here in a sec. Well, might as well play it now, and then I'll give you the details after. This is how I painted it. Hi, I'm Revan, and we're gonna paint this thing. Check. Hi, I'm Riven, or Corey. I don't care. We're gonna paint this thing silver and see if a clear coat really doesn't like it or not. Because Can says it's recommended not to do a clear coat. But this stuff rubs off pretty easy. And clear coat helps. But does it? We'll find out. Okay. Hey everyone, just showing you how I painted my test part. I forgot to shake up my stuff, so shook it up, spread on the black, and you might notice that I'm practically painting my lawn black as well. But don't worry, it's just covered in grass and weeds. Well, mostly weeds. And I just went away to pick out some paper. If you wanted to, you could have paused and seen the drying instructions and repainting instructions and all that on that pan. Hopefully, can. So there's that paper. I brought my heat gun and some extension cord. And I'm just hooking that up right now. Even though it's warm in California-ish on that day, the heat gun really does help try to dry that paint. But I may have focused too long in some spots. Didn't cause any warping, but it may have caused some bubbles in the paint to rise up. Remember kids, always wear a respirator whenever you're doing paint or other work that deals with fine particulates, so that way you don't get the cancer. And I'm just finishing up drying this off here, and I'm using my finger to find out if it's tacky or not. There we go. It kind of tips over, sticks to your finger, it's too strong. It's just my gauge. I don't do this on my blasters, this is just my test piece. Otherwise it would leave a pretty bad fingerprint. I don't like leaving fingerprints on my work. Another test, and it seems to be okay. Here's a silver. And again, I think after a minute you're going to pause, check it out. Remember, long, even strokes. There we go. You can see that I didn't paint my... There we go. Pause it whenever. Anytime. And I'm going to dry that again. Make sure everything... I think this is actually the layer that made the bubbles pop. The silver is pretty darn finicky, and I'm still trying to get it down. Doing another test. Pretty much next video, I'll have another test ready to go and show you guys. And hopefully by then I'll have my blaster masked off and ready for painting. But that's pretty much it. Making sure that it's dry soon now, I hope. I think this first time I might have, should be dry all the way through. Yeah, seems to be good. Nope, never mind. Yeah, there you go. Ah, yes. That thing is hot. I burnt my hand on it the other day. And here's the clear coat. This is a Rust-Oleum 2X gloss. Here's one light coat. I'm drying it down. And then I'm going to put another coat on it to simulate a multi-layer clear coat, I guess you can say. Kind of boring watching paint dry, to be honest. I could have sped this up more. Oh well. This thing is going to be pretty fun to do. once all the testing is done and I know what to use. And the last drawing here. Making sure I'm trying to go a little even, but you can tell there's already bubbles starting to form. I thought it was going to tiger up and scrunch up the paint too. Sometimes if you don't let the paint dry enough and you put the next layer on top, it'll kind of bunch together and form little tiger stripes, which is a little interesting. There's a user, Tiger Foam, who kind of paints his blaster, or used to anyway, paint his blasters like that. And anyway, that's pretty much it. There's a little bubbling. And you can see some of the gashes and stuff. And I was surprised that the clear coat paint dried fairly well. Just that silver one, man, it's pretty finicky. Those are the things I used. Feel free to pause anytime to look at what I used. Thank you. That was fun, wasn't it? The heat gun does definitely come in handy. Unfortunately for our paint, it doesn't quite look like it's silvery anymore. It's more of just a shiny gray. And I don't know if you can tell, but in this image, there are a bunch of little bubbles. So perhaps that heat gun was not so good after all. Kept it too close too long. You can see the scratches where I do not care to use sandpaper to clean up these gouges. To thoroughly test it, I will be making a different one. I'll just be sanding this one back down to the orange, then actually doing some better sanding to get rid of these and all the other marks. Do a proper job and see if that does any different. That might be coming out next week or the week after, depending on when I start this, because it takes a long time for paint to dry. I'm planning on not using the heat gun then, just so we don't have those stupid bubbles. Yeah, so in that video, I did not use a vinyl dye. I just went straight to black. In this next video, I am planning on using that black vinyl dye, sanding it down a little bit. Maybe wet sanding, we'll see. Then we will use the black spray paint over the black vinyl dye. Then we'll let that fully dry, at least 48 hours. 48 hours. 48 hours? 48 hours, whatever. So that way, we can get better results. We don't have to get these stupid bubbles. Anyway, that's pretty much it for that. Oh yeah, and then we'll test out the clear coat. I'm using the Rust-Oleum clear coat. I might just try the 2K if I'm going to go through all that hassle. Order some 2K off of Amazon, or maybe if it's anywhere near me, I'll pick it up at the local hobby store. Yeah. Looks not too shabby. There we go. Maybe I'll... too many variables. I was thinking maybe I would use less of the silver paint, let some of the black show through, kind of like what it does here. This is just a... I don't know, something. This is an accident. I don't know. Maybe I will do that. Looks a little haphazard. You can see the deco from the background of it. Do like the color though. Anyway, again on the topic of paint, you didn't really see it that well on the last video, but this is the color I'm sort of going for. Maybe I'll use more of the blue. I'm gonna get this just right, because this, to be honest, is a little too red for me, and I'm pretty sure the other person likes a little more bluer purples than red purples. I've got two different types of paint on here, like last video. That tester's deep pearlescent. I just kind of splattered it on there somehow. I think the nozzle's kind of clogged. Either that or just old. And then I have duplicolor. What is it called? Come on, brain, think. Duplicolor anodized metallic finish. Anyway, that's that. You can probably see in the distance that there's a red dot sight box. And inside it came this. This is the red dot sight I'm going to give away with the blaster. Pretty cool. Pop, flip up lens covers. Do green or red. I think you look through this side. No, or is it this side? I look through this side here. And there you go. If you move your eye around, it'll stay track with a target. Sorta. I don't know. I don't know, man. Parallax is sorta okay. I guess it's better than most. With the I was gonna say with the blaster, but with the red dot scope, came with microfiber towel and a battery, which I've installed. I will be including extra batteries just in case, because you can crank this all the way to 5, not 10. I know, right? Kind of disappointing. Or 11. I'm gonna crank it up to 5, and you get a more pronounced or a brighter dot there. Green. There we go. There's a bright green. There's a weak green. Camera's not even focusing on it really. Anyway, that's that for the red dot scope. Got tax papers and stuff there. Don't mind them. Also in the mail came this. I've been having troubles with rounding out corners on the blaster. If I can get it. There we go, sitting right in front of me. I've been having troubles trying to get around corners like this. So hopefully, this vinyl tape, which stretches and makes curves easier to do, will make it easier to do. Masking tape. Masking that off so I can paint these colors, paint these parts, features, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, silver and their purple colors. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's take this off. That's probably a good test too, to see if any of the paint stuck. Wow. Alright, cool. Cool. Last but not least, what came in the mail not too long ago, yesterday in fact, was a big box, and inside of it was another box, and inside that box was the box that I ordered. The box itself holds different things, mainly used for carrying rifles around, but instead of a real steel firearm, I'm going to be putting the blaster inside of it. Because if it's going all the way halfway across the nation-ish, sorta, might as well give it a good case to protect it in. I don't know what the owner is going to do with it. So might as well, keep that in the case. Just in case. Man, I need work on these. Okay. These are Riven's hands. Yeah, cool. I'll show you that video just here in a moment. I don't know, there you go. Big box. Big box. Ugh. Inside the big box are a few things. Actually, there's nothing in it at all right now, except for maybe air and foam. plastics, cancer, and other things. But showing this off a little bit, because I gotta ship this to Arkansas somehow. Might as well protect it. And something nice. Instrucciones. Not really instructions. More of a what comes with it. It includes keys. There are locks on either side. So that's cool. This is pretty neat because you don't just lay your stuff in here and get squished by this sort of foam because it does make contact. What you do is you reach in and you pluck out the foam, which is pretty cool. After you've outlined your blaster gun or whatever you want to put in here. Dirty secrets, maybe? I think I'll just put Nerf blasters in here. For now. There you have it. This is Riven and his hands covered in paint and need medical attention slightly. Don't worry. I'm fine. Nice talking to you all. See you around.